Ceyler do something similar, and after he finishes that Melt Talisman, get a Bassy.
They're going again. Just put that stun over on my control. And it is dodged, thanks to Tusker. Snowball, GH with the stop, and now the damage coming into Tusker, but through Frost Shield is too difficult. It's just the Visage who finds the first blood on GH. My control diving underneath the tower, taking way too much damage from the tier 1. So Pango with the Soul Assumption, he's body blocking himself up with his own board, but that's why Kuro tries to turn it around a little bit with a Stroke of Fate, but he still cannot save the 3 position of Liquid, that maybe they can get still a rebuttal. Stuns available, Kuro's letting it rip. They've already got a double kill on him with the Stroke of Fate. It goes through the Visage, and combining with GH with that plus 60 damage, they actually get 3 kills on the bottom lane to both of the supports of Liquid.
I feel like both teams overstepped a little bit. Liquid just allows them to farm Ancients that much faster.
Yep.
Very strong against the Deuces while you have the mana burn on hit, and then when he kills it as well.
Snowball, then running forward. He does have that ink swelling up, looking for the stun over on the Tusker, but that's why Tusker Frost shielded up underneath the big stack. GH wants to use all that bonus damage to actually kill somebody off, and one more punch to do it, but actually no, the damage wore off, but he'll still get it with a second swing.
Won't have TP for just a moment, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to purchase boots before he died, so now he won of the gold for TP and boots. He'll just be teleporting down in about 10 seconds. Top lane, yeah, it's pretty much just people spamming at each other, nothing crazy.
I think Slayer's wanting to go for this kill. He can use stick charges, then get the Frost Shield up. With GH rotating back over, nope, here's the Frost Shield and the Blast. And nope, Kuro's got the distance, and they also have the Shrine. So back over to the Black Dragons, looking for an attempted denial. GH, they're all baiting out their damage.
EGB, oh sorry, kingr on the way mid now.
Yep, rotation onto Shadow. So that snowball forward. They need a little bit more control to get through Shadow, and they do have it with the Fairy Fire.
Dazzle. Yeah, I keep seeing Mantis, and I don't know if that's the play, but you know, I am a caster after all. It's
great chill and Frost Blast out. Over on the Beastmaster, Snowball's coming in from the Tusker, able to connect as Mind Control goes to the tree lines, but the stop creates a lot of space and keeps the Visage, the Soul Assumption away. But it's Slayer who's in the trees, who needs the distance. GH trying to catch up, but now the shards, it doesn't actually get the block. It's already Lich dying. Kuro low on life thanks to the Soul Assumption, but GH goes in deep. They are really going after this with the stop under the tower. One more punch will kill off Visage, but the TP support's coming in thick and fast.
Double kill.
It's already the Dazzle back. GH will die, and they have the damage from Mind Control. Yes, they do. Dazzle with the double kill. What a nice rotate for your mid. Now that's going to speed up your items. He's already got the Necrobook coming on the Courier.
Wow.
7 million. Beastmaster can't stand on the lane anymore. They need something really tanky. And Vanguard is what's able to do that. But GH still with the Invis rune. Necros are out. Dazzle looking for his own initiation. But as Kuro locked inside the shards in the back line. Snowball forward. He's moving in and he'll end up getting the kill over on the Grimstroke. But Lich kind of stuck with it.
Because you just need armor desperately against the heroes on the side of Pango.
Oh, they're trying to contest the top 6-minute runes and the bottom ones. You've actually got Mind Control and a little bit of hurt working with Mind Control still now on the run. Slayer slowed up by these boars is problematic, but the Familiars even more problematic. Soul Assumption's back off cooldown. Mind Control has just enough life and he actually summons another boar, but the Familiars, they come up, fresh summon, fresh damage. And that's great kills across the board for Pango as Kuro.
Well played. Decent trade mid lane though.
Necrobooks have been triggered off by the Dazzle. The Shard block is perfect over on Shadow. They burn through all of his mana. The shards will disappear, but where's his follow-up damage? It's already done. The attack from the Necros will do the work. Tusker kind of caught the wrong side of the trees, just trying to juke out Kuro, but that's why they silence him up. And the follow-up son from the Inkswell. Tusker snowballs back off cooldown. He can buy himself a little bit of time, dodges the attacks, but then he comes in even closer.
First. You've got Beastmaster rushing Medallion into Vlad's.
Well, they're going after Bristleback. We'll see if all those tanky items can keep him alive. Sinister Gaze pulls him out. He was already locked in. And with the ET, with the Snowball, they actually dodged the ET Splitter. Ravage available. They have Vlad's on the Tidehunter. And damn, their sustain is so good. So they just group up as 5 and look to fight with the Stomp. Maybe a little bit of space to be created, but Tidehunter still no mana. Actually, he cannot get the Ravage out. Shadow is still too much, but it still is Pango charging forward. They've got all the tankiness in the world. It's a good form there, and Stomp
Doesn't matter.
But Mind Control does not want to join this fight. He still remains. They're getting space. Visage is beginning his TP now. So Mind Control, look at him. Fresh resummon. He wants the damage. Mind Control does not want to burn raw, but with the Familiar's control, another stun, even the Sinister Gaze, he'll have to roar the Lich, not the target he wants. There's the Soul Assumption from Ceyler is going to be more than enough to get the kill on the Beastmaster, and they keep their tier 2 tower alive.
Yes,
actually rushing in for the Assault Cuirass. After getting that Dominator, what else is coming on the Courier?
Oh, that's Tusk Dazzle right there.
Yeah, goodbye GH.
Yeah. Tag team, bear in mind, 100 bonus physical damage.
Not as maneuverable as he was as the Keeper of the Light, but he's a lot tankier as the Elder Titan. The Necro Books move forward, the Walrus punch him up, and the tag team, GH having a hard time getting out. They're just going to Lich ulti into the Kree Wave. Does it bounce back over? It does not, so GH will be fine, and it's actually Slayer's the one to die.
Tusk Smash, it does bonus, it does your attack plus bonus damage, not a regular amount of physical damage.
Oh, what a catch. The shards. It gets both Matumba and Kuro. They've already killed off Kuro. Matumba, they've got to bring him down. These cool sprays are starting to stack up. It does hit nicely with a follow-up stomp, and maybe now Shadow can do some work. Turns on the Grave
This
Shield.
is not a fight you want, Liquid.
Where is the rest of his team?
There's still a Ravage.
It cannot fight. The blink forward from Ghostik. He's able to connect onto the Deucer, too far away from the Shrine to get any kind of advantage from it, and GH cannot create that much jump. They still have no Ravage, but that's off cooldown in 3 seconds time. The Stomp will catch out in 3. Matumba moves forward. The ET Splitter catches out on 2, but then the Snowball forward. Matumba's trapped. The Ravage, it'll catch all of Team Liquid that are in the defense. Matumba now will really test his survivability. The Stomp creates space, but the Soul Assumption, the stuns, the slow. It's Matumba finally getting out, and Pango approving that they don't have enough life to survive this. The Frost Shields on the Dazzle trying to keep him alive and save that Aegis Immortal for a reset and push back in again. Or maybe that's what the bait was. They actually turn on to GH. They'll remove that Stomp. The Snowball forward. ET is down for half a minute, but yeah, top lane. The push was coming in from Beastmaster. Mind Control was doing the defense. Lich had to TP back to defend it. Tide will do exactly the same thing. And even TP out from Mind Control. He stops the push from Pango, thanks to split push, and then even gets a roar out to get the kill over on the Tusker. Silence him up, kill him off. He's looking to get a Radiance.
Yep.
Like that burn, they have no more direct damage. But Blink, Ravage, they're going straight in. They want the Bristleback. They're committing everything. They've got to get the kill off on him. But he's got enough life and he's walking away and the force up the Earth. It caught all of Pango in position with the Yang. They're just painting this town in Grimstroke. Pango is on the retreat. Titan will fall. And that is not what Pango wanted. That was the worst case scenario.
Of all the targets, Toby, you all in on the Bristleback.
They wanted to prove it. They wanted to prove that Silver Edge was a requirement.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Can Liquid go up? Can they force it the other direction now? Shadow being initiated on. He's gonna quite a quick man to dodge and try and get away from those familiars. Running out of the mana, but another ET stop. GH just creates so much space. And now maybe even Snowball. Okay, Tusker. Shards forward. There's only so much help for the trade-off.
Oh, he's TPing in.
Yeah, he is. But
there's a Tusk scouting everything out.
Invis, he's underneath the Sentry Ward. A little bit off to the side now, so they can't instantly attack him, but they go after Mind Control. Flip him already with the Walrus Punch. They're coming. They're looking for the fight. To the Shard block. Perfectly on the edge. That's why they go for the Ravage. No ET stop, but he still has a Splitter available. And the double Soul Assumption hits. They fly out, so GH will fall. And now you have Bristleback isolated, no extra support. TP's coming in. It's ET trying to help him. They hold him in position, but it's all on the back. The stomp is good, but Matumbaman finally brought down by the Walrus Punch. Kuro cannot save his life. And underneath the Observer Ward, they feel confident to continue to jump forward. Gush can't find it. So they're not ready to fight totally yet, but a double catapult wave seems a little bit too good to pass up. So they beat into the tier 3 towers at least. That died pretty quickly. Bristleback again being the front liner. Tidehunter jumping forward. A lot of negative arm, but that's why they push back the Bristleback. Well, he's stunned up and hexed up. He cannot use the Greaves, but it looks like Plane. Dazzle has started the push. They're looking towards the range rush. Jumping from Ghostik. Burns the Ravage very, very quickly. Bristleback's in the middle of this fight. Everyone's getting cool spray stacks up, but can they kill off Matumba? The stuns are out. Matumba's going to kill them all if they're not too careful. Oh no, he may die anyway. 4-staff out. He finally goes down. A buyback's available for the Bristleback, but not for the Deucer. And that may just be the mid-rack. So fortification keeping the Rage Tracks alive on 7 HP and giving time for Bristleback to get back to the front lines. There's Tidehunter with the shields up. They hex on the Bristleback. Dazzle stunned up because the ET is just an ET. Familiar drop down, and now matumbaman trapped inside the shards. He doesn't have Greaves available. So much negative armor, so much damage, but double 4-stars gives matumbaman the distance to get back to the tier 4 towers.
He just faded in that meantime. Big mistake from Shadow. He TP'd in with long duration, and respect to Pango. They're playing to win this game, Toby.
Yep.
They just went straight in. He didn't get a damn second to do anything.
They're going for the second lane of Rax. A potential winner's bracket spot available. Keep in mind that Liquid, if they lose this game, they'll be in, well, and they still managed to get through. They're still facing up against LGD. Second place of this group faces LGD in the first round of the winner's bracket. It's a hard path, and right now it's Pango's path, pushing Liquid into it. Matumba, he barely survives. They still want the second lane of Rax. GH has been such a beast throughout this entire series, creating more and more space. But they still cannot stop.
He's 85% damage reduction.
Oh, here's your hit. Silver Edge going to work. That's only freshly picked up over on the Dazzle. The stun, 4-star number 1. Matumba's got some distance. He'll get it out. And another 4-star back to tier 4 towers. They burn Stone Gaze for Ravage. Pango. Oh, that's a...
If you remove the main core of Liquid from the equation.
Liquid's coming out. Now they're underneath the Dire Observer Ward, Pango, and that's why matumbaman, he is full on bait. They have to jump in, and man, that bait, he's going to actually go down. 2 minutes on the sideline. There was not enough of a response from Liquid, not fast enough. They have to retreat. Pango have one hell of a window. Do they go? No, he doesn't. They didn't actually have the refresher shard over on Ghostik, but they jump forward over on Dusa. Soulbind, Lich and Dazzle combined together. Shadow with the ET splitter. Lich will die. The Megas are already now up. For Pango, Ceyler looking to survive. The Aegis Immortal burns on the Dazzle, but he's in pretty deep and isolated. That's why Tusker just throws the Medusa, or kicks the Medusa, the opposite direction. They need some exit kills right now. Team Liquid cannot afford to let Pango get away from this one with only just the Lich dying. There has to be more. Bristleback could be up in 2 seconds time. They just green up.
61 damage per quill stack. Theoretically, he can just sustain for so long that...
But he's baiting. Silver Edge already breaks him, and thanks to the Tusker kickback, Kuro's not there to help save him. That's why they use the Lotus Orbs, chain him around, and it's actually Tusker, Snowball, that's pushing matumbaman to the front line, and then they synesthicate him up, and Ghostik, the Ravage, catches the 3 backliners. Matumba, he's actually going to go down. They're all on top of him. A buyback comes in from Kuro, but now it's Shadow, the last remaining big core that has to do the defense. Thanks to the Manta, they'll break free, removing that mana. There's no Chain Frost available. The Roar separates the two of them. The Soulbind made it so that double Roar was absolutely perfect. 2 heroes down, and Shadow finally has the moment that he has been farming himself towards as the pause comes in. Bristleback is DC'd from the game. That may be the auto pause button kicking in. But Tuskar's still on the retreat too. Shadow, he actually became a hero.
I think if you're Pango, it's very difficult for you to close this game just with this straight up brute force. I'd like to see them look for more pick-off style. Like, as soon as Ravage is down, Liquid feels very confident committing.
Yep.
You need to try and get that initial kill with a Hex and a kickback or a Lich pull, something like that. Because if you're blowing the Ravage...
kind of debate. Like,
look, man, you watched, what was it, the
Here
third...
they go. Smoke against smoke. Tide has the double Ravage, and they're looking for the target. It's over towards the Beastmaster, but he couldn't move fast enough. The Blink actually couldn't go off. They will get the Hex over on Dusa. Ravage number 1. Wait for Ravage number 2. There it goes. They bounce him around, combining with the Chain Frost. Dusa is down, and the supports of Liquid, they couldn't get involved, but at least Bristleback, he stayed alive through all of this. So much life, and GH, he's got 520 damage extra. He's going to try and rip through them. He just obliterated the Visage. Everyone was there. The Tide is on the run. The Shallow Grave will keep him alive a little bit longer. Let that Anchor Smash rinse once again. They've got buyback available for Tide and Visage. And man, the only thing to apologize for in that fight was my swearing.
Wow, and here, okay. Is that it? It might. Okay, so
no.
Slayer's going to do something cool here. He's going to do his best to cancel the Medusa TP once this wave dies and just stall it out for a few more seconds. Here it goes. Do it. No.
TP out. TP out. No. He couldn't do it. He'll have to TP back himself now. Fortification's buying a little bit of time. They break through it. They're going for the GG push. You knew this was coming. There's no familiar to work with. They got taken out in the last fight, but the Bristleback, hexed up for the moment, just turns his back towards everyone. The tier 4 towers, one is down. Shadow's got the range. Tide wants to jump in. No Ravage available. BKB in 1 second time, and that's what he wanted. The disarm over on the Deucer. She can't fight just yet, but it's breaking free now. Bristleback stunned up by the familiars. They'll hold him in position, but this Soulbind in the backline's mind control. Roars over on both, but then he got broken free so quickly. Dazzle, he can shallow grave and stay alive for a little bit longer, but Ghost is being kited out by Shadow. He needs to get the anchor smash up and to reduce his damage. Not possible. Tusker will come back to life, but there is no option for the Titan to buy back as the Dire Agent is finally being brought down. It's down to it's down to 1100. ET is pumping it, but the Frost Shield is making it difficult. They've got to stop ET. They're pulling back the Descendants again, but they cannot study the way through and taking game 3 in what is now a marathon series. But props to both teams.